Hello everyone, this is your girl Mia. I'm hoping this won't be the last video, or I'm hoping this will be one of many. I don't know. I do want you to know that I do understand what's going on in this world, in this nation. We are systematically being pushed out because we have people wanting to eliminate us in the worst way. Just because we're transgender. And the one question that I have asked people who believe themselves to be Christian, if you believe that there's only two genders out there, a man and a woman, two categories of gender, how do you categorize someone with both male and female genitalia, born with both sexual organs? They can't come up with an answer because they avert themselves away from that answer. And yet they say, oh, God doesn't make mistakes. Well, if God doesn't make mistakes, then He made us to be transgender. He did not make us to be cisgender. Cis women are women. We are women. We were born with a woman's mind and a woman's soul. We may not have been born with women's parts to begin with, but we are women internally. And we deserve to be seen. There's nothing wrong with us, except that we're not in the right bodies when we were born. Maybe some of us were born as intersexed. And because Christians can't answer that one simple question, what do you categorize someone who's born intersex? Man or woman? We are terrorized. Who's to say that intersex has to be related only to sexual organs? What if our minds, our brains, are already female brains? Because the female brain and the male brain, they are different. They work different. So they are different. And anyone who, let's just say, becomes a woman through transition because they're transgender, they become a woman and they start really showing it fast. Really showing it fast. Can that not be a sign that they were supposed to already be woman? Not male? Not man? I really want people to think. I want people to understand that we belong here. There are more of us than they realize. We don't teach people to be transgender. That's not how it happens, how it works. There are children who have never seen the inside of a classroom, or a daycare or a kindergarten at the time who have asked their parents, am I a boy or a girl? They do that today. I couldn't do it when I was a kid. I wasn't able to because of the era I was born. Because I was born during the Vietnam era. I couldn't say anything. But today, children, before they even set foot inside of a preschool or inside of a kindergarten, they're asking their parents, am I a boy or a girl? And their parents say, well, you were born this. And the child is saying, no, I'm a girl, or no, I'm a boy, depending on how they feel inside. It has nothing to do with being taught, being pressured, as the religious leaders want you to believe, as what the politicians are wanting you to believe. That has to be fought. It has to be stopped. I don't know how we can get it stopped. I don't know if it can be stopped right now. But what I can say is, I'm transgender. I am transsexual. In that I am in transition. This is my 2-year anniversary of being on HRT. 2 years. People see the changes in me that have known me for a while. They see the changes. But it comes down to this. We deserve to exist. We have the right to have health care that works for us. The government has no business, I don't care if it's city, state, or federal. None of them have the right to tell us we can't exist. None of them have the right. Only the creator of whatever life this is on the face of this earth has the right to tell us we have the right to exist or not. And if transgender people didn't have the right to exist, we wouldn't be here. We are just a phase of evolution in this world. A section of evolution. Don't question us, because we don't question you. Let us exist. Let us have our health care that we deserve to have. Let us become the people that we believe in our hearts that we are inside. That we know in our hearts that we are inside. Let us be in existence, because we deserve it. There's no reason we can't live in peace. We don't hurt anyone. We don't. We have never hurt anyone. We are the ones that are targeted to be hurt. We are the ones that nobody wants around, who's more willing to kill us, beat us to death, try to push us out, tell us no. We're the ones that everybody wants to be mean to. But to your face, one-on-one, they might show compassion, but no empathy. No company, no insurance should ever have the right to deny transgender affirming care. Gender affirming care is a necessity. I require it. Thousands of others require it. Most of us are denied. Why? Because they don't believe in us. They want us gone. They want us back in the closet. We're not going in the closet. You say, well, we need to put the cat back in the bag. Well, once the cat's out of the bag, you can't put the cat back in the bag. That's impossible. We all should live as one people. We should all live together as one nation here in the United States. We should live as one people on the face of this earth. Whether we're cis or one part of the LGBTQ, it doesn't matter. We don't need to hate. I urge anyone who listens to this, who thinks of themselves as Christian, urge your church to say no more hate to anyone. Doesn't matter if they're cis or LGBTQ. Let's stop the hate. Let's stop saying that, oh, the LGBTQ is an abomination. Let's stop saying that the LGBTQ are demons that need to be destroyed. We aren't doing anything to anyone, like I said. We don't go out killing people because we want what they have. We fight the system to try to get what we deserve. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. But we as a people should all win as long as we're all together. Let's all be together as a people, not as individual communities. One community of people, Americans, or one community of people, human. Because transgender does not mean not human. We are human. We just don't think in the same way that we were born. I always knew when I was a kid that I was different. Always knew it. But I couldn't speak up. Since the 60s, into the 60s, 70s, going into the 80s, I couldn't talk about it. Back then, they just called it being gay. Yes, I was teased. Girls didn't want to go out with me. Most guys didn't want to be friends with me. No, I didn't fit anywhere. I had no cliques to fit. And that's how every transgender feels or felt while they were growing up. Or as they are growing up, if you are one that's growing up and you are listening to this, I understand how you feel. And no, you're not alone. Even though you feel alone, because I feel alone, but I know I'm not alone. But I have to do my journey alone. My journey, I thought I was going to have supporters. Even the friends that I've made that are cis, they don't support me the way they should. Let's try to band together as a people. And if the only ones that listen to this are transgender, remember, you're not alone. You are valid. You do belong and you should be seen. Be your true self. Don't let anyone tell you anything like, oh, you need to have a re-education. That doesn't exist. And if they tell you it doesn't, tell them, hey, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't exist. But until then, let's all try to help each other. And if it takes sending an email to the state government, to city government, if you're in a state like I am that says we don't want to let transgenders have medical care, flood your city government with emails or handwritten mail or phone calls, whatever it takes. Let's make them listen. Let's get them to take away the exclusions. Take away the anti-LGBTQ laws. And if anything else, email and mail to all the churches that you know of that are anti-LGBTQ. Flood them with the same emails, the same mailed in mail as well. Call them on their contradictions and lies, because there is nothing in the Bible again that talks about transgenders. Nothing. They made it up on a couple of passages that doesn't say anything about transgenders. It says not a word about transgenders. There are passages in there, it talks about gays. But being trans doesn't make you gay. Not necessarily. Be who you are. Be authentic. Be seen. You are not alone. You are enough. You deserve to exist. Thank you.